Hi guys, welcome to another Chargeheads UK, and we're going on a journey. This journey takes us from Northamptonshire, where I live, all the way to Normandy, Houlgate, and back again, and probably a couple of trips in between that as well. Before we start this journey, I want to say a massive thanks to everyone that supported the channel. We're now at over 10,000 subscribers. Which is fantastic. So thanks for commenting, thanks for sharing, and if you haven't subscribed so far, please give it a subscribe, give it a like, give it a comment. There's loads of content around modified EVs, EV conversions, and all of that sort of jazz. We've also got a podcast 8 o'clock live called YEV with myself, Kevin Booker, and Alex Grant, which is also on Spotify. Right, so we're starting with 100% charge. There's a couple of bits in the fruit, and there's 4 of us, me, my wife and 2 kids, and the boot is pretty ram jam, but you know, that's for a week. Managed to get everything in there easily. So we're off to the Folkestone Le Shuttle Eurotunnel, and it says we're going to get there with 15%. Currently got 95, so hopefully that'll whiz up to 100 before we leave. What's the exact mileage? 150 miles, 15% left. That's not great from an efficiency point of view. One factor which isn't helping me is I've got 19-inch wheels, 9-inch wide, 255 tyres, which are actually winter tyres. Not ideal, but I didn't have time to change them. So now at 100%, which is 263 miles. And the last battery degradation test I did, which was a Tesla one, was 81%, because this vehicle has done 129,481 miles. So it'll have broken the 130k mark once we get home. The next video will be if we stop on the way, or if I'm charging at Folkestone. I might just wait and charge when we get into Calais, depending on how busy it is and how much time we got. So we've arrived at Le Shuttle. Here are the stats so far. So done 150 miles, near enough, and we got down to 35% battery. Basically we got here and then we all really needed to go to the toilet, so I was like, oh, I forgot about the video. But at least we've got these stats here. So it was really good on the efficiency, even with the winter tyres, 247. But I mean, the traffic was pretty awful. I didn't really go faster than 70 miles an hour, but I just kept with the traffic, just tried to overtake the slow stuff where I could. But I'm only going to charge here for a little while, because it's like 40 something p here. Sacre bleu. Because I know, one, it's a lot cheaper over in France. There's loads of Tesla bays on the way, and I'm sure that they're like, it's like 19p off peak over there, which is nice. So not too far away from like half price of the UK. Car's now done 129,631. Good lady's getting coffee and stuff, so don't really need to be waiting here. I mean, I could stay on a bit longer. I'm just, you know, my name's Timmy Tight. Maybe I'll stay here for a bit longer. I don't want to be messing about once we get over there. We've only got half an hour to drive. What I'll do, we'll get over there and I'll work out where our place is, where we're staying, because we're staying at an Airbnb for one night, and then we're taking the 3-hour-and-a-quarter journey down to the camping place that we're going, like a Eurocamp style place. But I'm probably going to unplug now because I've got 54%. That's plenty. So just to clarify, 144 miles and 56%. So we just arrived at the first Tesla station. We got to the first Airbnb really late. It was like 11:30, so I didn't do any videoing. I was pooped. So just arrived at the first Tesla station after driving about 10 miles, something like that. And the Tesla charger is 22 cents, which is about 18p. Nice. Glad I only charged a little bit at the UK. So we're going to plug into that. I've done 29 miles and 4.4 since the charge in the UK, and now done 129,660. And then we're going to be progressing to Normandy. All easy so far. Loads of Tesla chargers here. Loads here. There's a couple of Teslas, a couple of non-Teslas. And my kids have gone shopping, so I better catch up with them before they spend all the euros. So we just finished charging. It's now 85%. And it costs us €8.30, and I think I've added 37 kilowatt hours. So I thought 85% was about right, and now we're gonna start moving down the coast.
And we got Sephora lip oils.
And the girls got to, what shop did you go to?
Sephora.
Sephora shop, which apparently is amazing, and they spent about £5-6 on a lip gloss. Lovely. Right, let's go.
Do you want to mention your
great efficiency.
Oh yeah. Do you know what? It's actually really good. It's 213 miles. Oh no, that's good because it's in kilometers. It's not actually that good. Can we do the sounds?
No. No.
Come on.
No.
Double negative. The next stop, there's no charges free, and it's 31 cents. So it's more expensive than the last one. Not by a huge amount. Was it like 25p or something like that? But there's no charges free at the moment. 5-minute wait time. But we're just having some food because we're hungry. Good news. One just came free straight away. So that literally, as soon as I put the camera down, I looked behind me, there was someone leaving. So not a long wait, not a 5-minute wait. There he goes. So let's get in there. So just to clarify, we've done 129 miles and 0.3, 129,789 in total, and we were doing 338 watts per mile. That's not so good. It's probably because I was driving 130 kilometers an hour, maximising, well, actually a bit far from that, maximising speed, because it's so cheap around here, you know, who cares about efficiency, right? That was my mentality. So I'm going to go and get some lunch, catch up with the fam. Right, we were finished in the supermarket. Well, nearly finished, but I have to come and get Rustee off the charger. Rustee's my Tesla, by the way, if you didn't know. And because it's sort of 86%, and I see that there's one person waiting. It's a busy site, actually. And because of that, it's more expensive. Boo. But yeah, I think I've got sort of 86% now, so that'll easily get us there. There was 2 people waiting, like I was going, someone else was going, 2 people coming in again. But there are plenty of Tesla chargers around here, so we're all good. We've got 87% now, 228 miles. Next stop is the campsite. We're gonna have lunch first. Ideally, we would have had lunch and bought the stuff and then come out and gone, but the Tesla charger was super quick, even though loads of people were on it. So now we'll eat and then we'll leave, and then I'll let you know how many miles I've done. And then the next video will be probably a week later, unless something crazy happens in the meantime. But so far, other than 25-second wait, a very, very cheap charger, still cheap, but you know, so it was about 25p per kilowatt hour. So yeah, really good so far. So we've arrived at our destination, just put everything away, and the sun's shining beautifully. You can see the sea actually. It's probably slightly better seen on here. But anyway, to get to the what energy consumed and that sort of thing. So yeah, 47.6 miles, 14.7 kilowatt hours. I'll add this all up at the end for everyone because I forgot to do the reset the trip. Because yeah, I just forgot. I'm sorry. It was a rush to leave. 308 miles per kilowatt, which isn't that bad really, because I was pretty much going 130-ish kilometers the whole way. So you know, that's better than 3 miles per kilowatt. What's that, like 3.25, something like that. Now done 129,837 miles. I've got 61% battery, which is 161 miles. I doubt that we're going to be driving many places, so we're just going to have a break, enjoy the weather, nice, and yeah, just basically just chill, and definitely need it. And then I will get you back for the journey back, or any, like I said before, any interesting things going on that you might be interested in on the EV side. I have seen a few EV chargers, maybe I'll point a few out. There's 3 at the campsite actually, and there was a random DC charger just like a little bit further away. So anyway, time to enjoy holiday. It's Tuesday and stopped at a charger, Tesla charger. We're charging at 119 kilowatts. Mileage is 129,876. The reason we've charged is because we went to the theme park today, went somewhere else yesterday, and it said 15% battery state of charge when we got back. So I thought, as soon as they were going somewhere tomorrow, charge up. And it's only 29 cents per kilowatt hour, so like what, 25p, nice and cheap. So I'm going to charge up to probably to about 50%, and then we'll make on our way. But there seems to be loads of Tesla chargers around here, so it isn't an issue. Charged to 40%, not charging any more than that because my kids were doing my head in. So it's the day before we go back to the UK, and I've got 16% on the charge. This is the mileage, so 129,909. Done a couple of little minor trips. As you saw, I did a little like 10% top-up charge, maybe not even that. I've now got 16% battery, which is fine because, I mean, we've got chargers on site and there's chargers on the way home quite easily. Let me show you my route home tomorrow. It says with my current percentage, and I expect it will go down another percent, I can charge literally down the road 20 minutes and charge up. And then there's another charging point just up there, just south of Calais, and then charging in Maidstone after I come across the Channel Tunnel, and then I should arrive with 11%. So that's 379 miles with not much charging. What's that? 20, 40, 50, 53 minutes. Now, rather than me stopping to charge on the way, because what we're planning to do is we're planning to go to Honfleur. Now, the good thing about Honfleur, actually we can detour past Honfleur and it only adds about a couple of kilometres, and they've got Tesla chargers there. However, I've got chargers here at the campsite and I'm thinking it's 30 cents and the ones at Honfleur are at like 32 cents. The one at the original stop that was saying, the Deauville, 28 cents. But there is a euro charge to plug in here. But from a convenience point of view, I might as well just charge here, because that means I don't have to stop to charge. I can just, just park the car literally 100 meters that way, not even that, and charge up so it's ready to go tomorrow. So I think I'll do that. That'll obviously change the charging map, which I'll show you afterwards. I had to go back to our little chalet area, which is quite cool actually, because it's got a nice balcony overlooking the sea. Can you see? Can you see the sea over there? It's actually quite nice, to be fair. But yeah, so I came back to get a payment method because it won't accept like PayPal or anything like that. It's still connecting after putting my card in. It's been like that for about a minute. This is why I hate using anything other than my own charger and Tesla. It's just a ball ache. There was a problem starting your charge session. Exactly what I said. Ball ache. Back we are again to find out what went wrong. FFS not worked again. Third time lucky, otherwise I'm just gonna F this off and just use Tesla chargers, because yeah, I know that they work because people are using them. I spoke to an English person before, but go again. Blue light, which means it's working. Yeah, green light here, it's working. And we're charging at the dizzy heights of 16 amps. 4 hours, 30 minutes to charge. Yeah, 90%. I don't really want to go higher than that. So 4.5 hours. So I'll leave it on here, let it charge away, go swimming pool, take advantage of the lovely weather. I'm sure it'll come out later. This is the last day of the holiday, sad face, and we're making a move to the tunnel, Euro tunnel. It's 9:50. We've got 247 miles in the battery, which is 94%, and the mileage is 129,910. We're going to be stopping on the way. I don't think we need to charge until we get to the Euro tunnel, which is good news. So I think there's only going to be a couple of stops. I'll keep you updated on the progress. Just spotted, not only is this an ID bus, but it's a GTX ID bus, and we don't get those in UK. It's a German plate. I just thought I'd highlight that just because I'm an EV geek. So we're just about to leave Honfleur. Car's now done 129,930 miles. We've got 218 miles left in the range, which is 83%. And now it's actually changed tact a little bit. It wants us to stop just before Calais, which will probably be cheaper to charge, and then charge at Dover. Ooh, interesting. And then we should actually be able to get home. Yeah, but it does sound like we're going to be in Dover for a little while. However, saying that, our train's probably going to be later than this is what this is suggesting, but I will give you an update on the next charger. Yeah, it's probably tall enough.
I'll try not to get your ugly face in.
Thanks, hon. Okay, we're going over another bridge, and I saw this Tesla which has got the full carry thing that goes on the back of a tow bar, which we used to have, and I'd literally just sold it. So it's interesting to see a Tesla with one on, because we actually have a tow bar as well. Look, we're on the French roads. We found our first modified electric car, and it's a Tesla, same as our Tesla Model 3. There we go. Rear diffuser, different rear spoiler.
What are you doing?
bad news. There's no Tesla chargers free. There are some Ionity ones, but why would I want to bother messing around with them when I could just wait 2 minutes for a Tesla one? Although there is some waiting behind me, in front of me as well. So I don't know what we're doing here. I reckon we're only waiting for about 5 minutes and someone's just about to leave. I didn't want to go on one of the Ionity chargers because I think you need an app and it looked complicated rather than just plugging it in. And it's 29 cents per kilowatt hour. It didn't tell us what the cost was over there, but there was another Tesla that didn't want to wait and he parked in over there anyway. But I think this Dutch new shape Tesla Model 3 is leaving. So we just plugged in and 63 miles left. It's now, I'm sure we'll know when we arrive because the time would have been there as well. 130,039 miles, 63 miles, which is 24%. Let's get charging. That last one didn't work, even though the person that was on it before, it was working for. So another space became free, so I thought I'd jump on that quickly just in case that one was nabbed because it's a busy site. So is it working now? It was just flashing blue before. Yeah, green. Thank goodness for that. So what's that you just said, Gemma?
I said this is all a bit of a ball ache. Should have just brought a petrol car.
Why is it a ball ache? we just charging while stopped.
Yeah, but we've got 2 more stops to do yet.
Right, let's just show everyone that. So we nearly got to 80. Oh, yeah, nearly got to 80%, which is 210 miles. Same mileage that we've shown before, and it's cost us 12 euros. Bang on. So 32 cents per kilowatt hour. Although I think it was cheap when we arrived here. So I'm going to unplug now. Oh, sorry, 37 kilowatt hours, nearly 38 kilowatt hours that we've had. We're now charging at 55 kilowatts because obviously we're at 80% now. No point charging anymore. And now there are Tesla chargers free, but there's no non-Tesla chargers free. So time to unplug and off to Calais, last stop in France. I'm pretty sure that that's not a plaid Tesla Model 3, but he has got the badge, so it must add at least 10 brake horsepower. That's a real Tesla Model 3 performance. See the English channel? So we pulled up at the Calais charger because that's what it suggested, and we've got to be here for 4 minutes apparently. I'm not sure if it's worth it, but that's what it's suggesting. Because at the moment we'll only get to Dartford Tesla Centre with 1%, so hence why it wants to add some miles. We're at 48%, 126 miles, and the mileage is currently 130,098 miles. Completely forgot to record at the end of the session, but I just remembered just outside. So we now have got 67%, 175 miles. We've done 130,099 miles, and we're now going to jump on the Calais Eurotunnel. We'll slay. Yeah, we'll slay, definitely slay, and then we'll get back on it. Going on to the shuttle now. We're back in the UK now, as you can see, and it's not raining, which is nice. So anyone that wanted to know about how to prepare your electric car, your Tesla, ready, you just drive it there. You don't need any beam benders, you don't need anything like that. I just changed to kilometres an hour on the display screen, that is it. It was as simple as that. Just put it in the nav, it will sort out the Tesla superchargers, easy peasy. Is it going to be easy to get home from here? I don't think it's going to be too difficult. I think literally one charge on the way back, and then we should be safe and sound. So yeah, one more charge and then back home. Should be home for 8, 9 o'clock. Let's hope so. Dartford Tunnel, not far yet to go. We're stopping at Cambridge, Tesla. Last 5 minutes before we get home.
Are you going to do the noise? We are in our Tesla, our electric Tesla, so hopefully our car doesn't run out of battery. Bye!
Man, I'm tired. Very tired. 3% battery, 7 miles left. It's 7:53. We're at the Cambridge charger. Done 130,222 miles. It says minus 13%. I reckon not even 5 minutes, because I don't care if I get home with 2% battery. So if anyone knows the Cambridge chargers, so it's the Tesla building, but Tesco's just over there, so I'd literally just dropped them off on the way. They needed to go to the toilet anyway, so I'm not stopping to charge. You could argue, although I wouldn't have been able to get home. But they need to go to the toilet anyway, so I needed to stop, so I'm taking advantage of that. I would have thought, because the battery got heated up and it's very low on the battery, that it's going to charge quite quick. 100 kilowatts. Bearing in mind these are the new shape, new version 3, is it? Or is it version 4 test chargers? I forget. And there's no one else on these chargers. You'd think it'd be quite quick. 103. That's not very quick, is it? 36 pence per kilowatt hour. So at the end of this video, probably tomorrow, because I need to get some sleep after I get home, but I will do a little update in terms of the mileage, percentage, all the rest of it. I'll work out how much it's cost me in total and work out roughly how much it would cost for the equivalent petrol car, just to give it some comparison. Oh, now we're ramping up. 230. It says that I'll get home with -9%, so I do actually need to be on the charge a bit longer. 230. It's gone down to 229 now. 228. Oh, that's not so fun. It says 4 minutes remaining to continue trip. Did you hear that? The bang noise. That's the battery kind of expanding, I guess. But this car's had a bit of a pasting today, because I'll put the mileage, how many miles it's done at the bottom, but I've pretty much travelled all the way from where we were, Hallgate. Oh, my brain is mashed. Too many Tic Tacs. Yeah, Hallgate today. So it's a decent amount of mileage. I think like 300 and something miles. It's not crazy. I think if I was in the equivalent car, and we'll work this out at the end, like an Audi S3, for example. I mean, when I used to have an Audi S3 company car with just myself in it, bear in mind that's four-wheel drive, automatic, similar sort of power, that was like 300 miles before I had to put a full tank of fuel in, which is about 60 odd quid from memory. The fans have come on because it's getting hot, but last time I did the battery test on this car, it was 81%. Check out the battery up here. See, I've completely lost it. Check out the video up here where I did the last battery check on this car, but I've done lots of battery checks since I've had it, because I've had it since charging equipment not ready. See equipment charge instructions to start charge. What? Have I killed my car? What is going on? Let's get out. See what happened. See what the charger's saying. Let's unplug. Let's turn it on and off again. This is not what I need. Unlock. It says charging equipment not ready. Why wouldn't it be ready? Let's try again. I mean, 2 faults with the charger in the same day. Never happened to me before. Yep, okay, we're charging again. Okay, and there we go again. 2 minutes to continue trip. We're ramping up again. 140, 170. And I haven't actually said it so far, but please like and subscribe. Because I'm sure you like the content. Videos around modified EVs like Rustee here. My missus's Tesla Model 3 Performance, which has done 223,000 miles. Check out the video up here where we bought it from the auction, and the Tesla powered TVR, which is a classic car, 1985, broken car, which I've put used batteries, used motor. Me and Dimitri are going to get that sorted very, very soon, and there'll be more videos as well. So I think we're ready to go now, actually. It says this was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. 4% when I get home. I'm going to wait for a little bit longer and then I'm going to get my way. But it's been a really long drive. Other than that kerfuffle there, waiting for a charger for 5 to 10 minutes, that's been about it. But Rustee has done really well. A few flies been splattered on the way. Still looking relatively clean. But I better go and pick up the family now, because they need to get home. It's been a long old day, but we've had a good time. 6% when I get home. By the time I walk over to the charger, 180 kilowatts still charging, as you can see. But yeah, by the time I walk round to the charger, that'll be enough because it's charging so quick. So let's take it off, and then we'll get home with probably about 4% battery. Plug in overnight, keep it cheap. Should I be counting the stop? So the button's not working on that. Normally if you press that, it will not only open the flap, but it will also stop the charge, but for some reason that one doesn't. You have enough energy? Yes, I know. There you go, 10%, that's quick. Because the Tesla always goes to 10%. It always charges you to 10% more than you need, 10% more than zero, just for safety, I guess, just in case. Bit of margin to forever. Right, let's go and pick up the kids and get home. Finally home. And it's 8:34 and 130,255 miles, 9%, 23 miles left. I mean, let's just not look at the watts per mile. Wasn't really doing it for efficiency because it's got the winter tyres on. It's all about finding out how convenient it was. But really interested to know how much it's cost in total and how many miles done in total. And I'll work that out tomorrow. And I've had a shave by then and I'll be a bit more bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So this is the summary of, was it convenient and how much did it cost? And also a comparison using ChatGPT against an S3 and also a diesel comparable car. So first of all, convenience. I found it really convenient. In terms of waiting for charges, realistically, there was like 20-second wait on one of the French chargers on the way down there. It was a bit of a faff to charge at the campsite, but nothing too dramatic, like 5-10 minutes, but I think that was more user error because I don't often use those types of chargers. And then on the way back there was, let's say, 5 to 10 minute wait, let's say 10-minute worst case scenario, and there was a charge on the way back from one of the theme parks which we did stop to charge. We didn't do anything at the time, and that was no more than sort of 5-10 minutes again. So in total, maximum charging time realistically was 20 minutes, and that was because of how busy the chargers were, all in all, half of it. So I found it really convenient. No issues finding a charger, just a very small wait on one of them. Costs though, this is the interesting bit. So all in all, it cost £73.96 on chargers. So that was Tesla chargers on the way there and the charging at the campsite, which was £15.81. And on the way back, so £73.96. There was also a £1.57 cost for the exchange rate, so a total cost of £75.53. You add on to that charging at home, which overnight is about £4. So you're talking £79.80. That's it for 775 miles. Now I put into ChatGPT, what would it cost on a 2000, so similar age Audi S3 four-wheel drive automatic, based on filling up before we left on 98 RON, so super unleaded, because that's the type of fuel that car takes, although it can take 95. But it based it on, and as you can see, it based it on some quite specifics. I wanted to be as specific as possible to make sure it was fair. And the miles per gallon that it gave it was like 35 odd miles per gallon. When I had an S3, I never really got that sort of miles per gallon. So I think it was being really, really kind to the S3 there. And it was saying that the total cost of the S3 of the same journey was £131.20. Now, even if you were to get that miles per gallon, maybe shave some of that off. I mean, that is 50 quid more having a petrol car. Bearing in mind the extra servicing costs and all the rest of it that a petrol car generally has. So yeah, an interesting one that. But I thought, no, let's be really unfair to the Tesla here, and let's base it on a diesel auto front wheel drive, 184 brake horsepower, not the 150 brake horsepower, just so it's got a bit of performance. Let me tell you what that would cost. So again, using the kind of same information that I put into ChatGPT, that would cost £94.37p. So still cheaper than a diesel by £10. Now, something worth knowing here, I had the Sentry mode on all the time on the Tesla, which does drain the battery. I could have turned that off, so it could have actually cost a lot less than that. Plus I had the winter tyres on the vehicle, and I wasn't exactly driving massively efficiently. I wanted to get there in most cases, and I just went with the traffic. So that's something also to note. You might notice I'm in a different Tesla. This is our Tesla Model 3 Performance. There's loads of videos. Check out how I bought this, the cheapest in the country at the time. Check out the video up here. And there will be a referral code in the description as well. So if you want to save some money, if you're buying a new Tesla, use that code, you can save some money. But I'm really, really happy. The fact that I only needed to really wait 20 minutes, and you could argue driving to the petrol station to fill up at the first place and stopping at these petrol stations, you're going to use that sort of time anyway. All in all, the electric car was more cost effective, and convenience wise, I don't think there's really any difference, because as you could see, I stopped to charge when we needed to eat or we need to go to the toilet. So I'm interested to know what your thoughts are on this journey. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the next video.